Welcome to InfraSOS YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about what is the NIST Cybersecurity Framework and we are going to talk about its best practices. So let's start with that. What is the NIST Cybersecurity Framework? Well, the NIST Cybersecurity Framework is a set of guidelines to detect, identify and respond to cyber attacks. Now, this framework was created by the National Institute of Standards and Technology, which is known as NIST or NIST in the US, to provide a solid roadmap that private sector's organizations will use to strengthen their cybersecurity. Other than that, we're not going to waste any more time on the NIST cybersecurity and we're just going to move on to the best practices as recommended by the NIST Cybersecurity Framework. Well, the NIST Cybersecurity Framework follows a straight path to help a business easily strengthen its network. And the steps include identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover. So let's start with the first one, identify. Well, an organization needs to identify all its network properties and characteristics. It should identify all the computers as well as the other equipment on the network. Now, this identification helps to develop an understanding of how the network is organized, and from this understanding, you can easily manage different risks that might occur on the network. And the next step in the best practices is to protect. Now, this protection involves implementing additional safeguards or measures to avoid an attack on the network. Now, this practice limits access to the certain network data, systems, and assets. Now, limiting access strengthens the confidentiality of the information as well as reduce its chances of falling into the wrong hands. The next step is actually to detect. Well, organizations should implement cybersecurity systems or tools to help detect when there is a network breach. Combined with the security tools, you also need to monitor the network frequently. Now, this way, detecting abnormal activities and eliminating them in time is quite easy. Now, to effectively carry this out, it is necessary to monitor the different system logs and also search for new vulnerabilities that might pop up on the network. Now, once you have detected something, the next step is actually to respond. Again, after detecting a malicious activity on the network, you must respond just in time to get rid of it. Now, for that, an organization needs to take action or it will expose its network to attacks. Now, this response may involve using different security tools to eliminate the threat or the vulnerability if that is detected. And the last step is actually recovery or recover. Now, if a cyber threat attacks an organization's network, it causes the network to lose most of its information and data. So that is why the organization should implement different activities that will help them recover all of the lost information on its network even after a successful attack. Now, if the organization loses all their data, it becomes difficult for its network to return back to its normal activity. This is why this is the most crucial step, which is recover. Well, those were all of the best practices, but we are still left with one question. And that is, should you implement the NIST Cybersecurity Framework? Well, the NIST Cybersecurity Framework was designed for small businesses and organizations. However, the framework is completely optional. Refusing to implement the framework will come at no legal cost to you or your organization, so the decision is totally up to you. But when it comes to maintaining the integrity and the name of your organization, then in that case, we would recommend implementing the NIST Cybersecurity Framework. Now, while talking about the cybersecurity, you should check out InfraSOS. Now, with InfraSOS, you can create Active Directory and Office 365 reports using our SaaS Active Directory reporting and auditing tool to help with the NIST framework compliance. Now, the link to this InfraSOS website is in the description box. Anyways, that brings us to the end of this video. If you still want to learn more information about the NIST Cybersecurity Framework and you want more in-depth knowledge about this framework, then you can check out the blog linked in the description box. Anyways, if you have learned anything new with this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel.